Hello everyone. Our today's topic name is characteristics of instrument. So what are the characteristics of instrument? There are two characteristics of an instrument. Static characteristics and dynamic characteristics. And from these characteristics we check our instrument is accurate or it is faulty. It is in running condition or not. So the characteristics of instrument are very important from the practical point of view. So let us start. What are the characteristics of instrument? The performance of an instrument is described by means of a quantitative qualities termed as a characteristics. And there are two types. First one is static characteristics and second one is dynamic characteristics. So what is static characteristics? These characteristics pertain to a system where the quantities to be measured are constant or vary slowly with time, or we can simply call it as the quantity to be measured does not change with respect to time or it changes very slowly with respect to time. Such characteristics is known as static characteristics. म्हणजे जे कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आपल्या टाईमसोबत सडनली चेंज होत आहे किंवा हळूहळू चेंज होत आहे किंवा होतच नाही आहे, अशा गोष्टींना आपण किंवा अशा कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्सला आपण काय म्हणतो आहे? स्टॅटिक कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स म्हणतो आहे. की अशी कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स जे टाईमसोबत स्लोली चेंज होते किंवा कॉन्स्टंट राहते, चेंजेस होत नाही आहे, अशी कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स म्हणजे कुठली कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स? तर स्टॅटिक कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स. आता सेकंड कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आहे डायनॅमिक कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स. So the performance criteria based on dynamic relation involving rapidly varying quantities, or we can simply call it as the quantity to be measured are changes with respect to time, is called as dynamic characteristics. म्हणजेच ज्या कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स टाईमसोबत सडनली चेंज होतात किंवा जसं जसं टाईम इन्क्रीज होतो तशी तशी त्याचे आउटपुट पण व्हॅरी होते, अशा कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्सला आपण काय म्हणतो आहे? डायनॅमिक कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स म्हणतो आहे. सो लेट अस स्टार्ट वन बाय वन. So in static characteristics there are lot of definitions or lot of characteristics named as accuracy, static error, precision, repeatability, reproducibility, tolerance, linearity, sensitivity, resolution, drift, dead zone, span and scale range. And we have to study one by one. So let us start. Our first definition is accuracy. Our first characteristics is accuracy. So what is accuracy? So it is the closeness with which an instrument reading approaches to the true value of a quantity measured. What is accuracy? It is the closeness with which the instrument reading approaches to the true value of a quantity to be being measured is known as accuracy. So let's take an example. If we have to measure current of ammeter having reading 0 to 5 ampere, but we know the standard value of current as a 4 ampere, means we have to assume that our current is 4 ampere. When we are taking reading, our reading approaches to near about 4 ampere, means simply it is 3.9 ampere or 4 ampere. So 3.9 ampere is related or simply it is accurate or it is near about to 4 ampere. So this reading is known as accurate reading, or this is called as accuracy. So the example is clear. Then next definition is precision. So what is precision? The degree to which repeated measurements show the same results. What it said that the degree to which the repeated measurements show the same results. Let us take an example. Let us consider we are having ammeter of range 10 ampere and we have to take reading 3 times. So our first reading is get 5 ampere. Again we can take second reading, it also get 5 ampere. Then third reading, it also get 5 ampere, and again fourth reading, it again get same 5 ampere. So what it said that the degree to which the repeated measurement shows the same result is called as precision or precise. So जेव्हा आपल्याला एखाद्या इन्स्ट्रुमेंटला आपण पुन्हा पुन्हा जेव्हा रीडिंग घेतो आहे आणि रीडिंग आपल्याला सेम येते, म्हणजे जसं मी एक्झाम्पल सांगितलं की ॲमीटरची रेंज होती 0 to 10 एम्पियर आणि आपल्याला करंट मेजर करायचा होता. आपण मेजरमेंट घेतलं रिपीटेडली, म्हणजे 3 ते 4 वेळेस घेतलं आणि 3 ते 4 वेळा घेऊनही आपल्याला करंटची व्हॅल्यू 5 एम्पियर ही कॉन्स्टंट येते. म्हणजे तुम्ही 4 घ्या रीडिंग किंवा 5 घ्या, तुम्हाला रीडिंग सेमच मिळाली 5 एम्पियर, तर त्या रीडिंगला तुम्ही काय म्हणू शकता? प्रिसाइज. सो द डेफिनेशन इज क्लिअर्ड. व्हॉट इज प्रेसिजन? So our next topic is the examples of accuracy and precision. So in first diagram the result shows that low accuracy and low precision. The center point of 4 readings or 4 diagrams shows the accuracy point, and the outermost circuit or outermost circle shows the precision or precise value. So in first diagram it shows that low accuracy and low precision. In second diagram it shows low accuracy, high precision. In third diagram it shows high accuracy and low precision, and in fourth diagram it shows high accuracy and high precision value. So our next topic is accuracy description. So the accuracy or methods of expressing accuracy, there are 3 ways. First one is point accuracy, second one is accuracy as a percentage scale range, and third one is accuracy as a percentage of true value. So accuracy as a percentage of scale range can be expressed in terms of a scale range. For example, accuracy of an ammeter having range of 0 to 50 ampere can be expressed as plus minus 0.5% of a scale range. And next definition or next point is accuracy as a percentage of a true value. So this is the more popular way of specifying accuracy, and this accuracy is expressed in terms of a true value. For example, accuracy of an ammeter of a range 0 to 50 ampere range is 50 plus minus 5%. Now the next point shows the indication of a precision. So it is the indication of precision of measurement. Now our next characteristics is resolution or discrimination. So what is resolution? If the input to an instrument is varied slowly from any arbitrary or non-zero value, the output does not change at all until a certain increment is exceeded, and this increment is called as resolution or discrimination of an instrument. So as shown in second diagram, observe our second diagram. What it shows that this is the input and this is output, means at x-axis we consider as a input and at y-axis we consider as a output. As our input increases, the output is constant. Again input increases, output is constant. But until a certain increment is exceeded, at one point our output is get increases, and this sudden increases or certain increment is exceeded, and this is called as resolution. For example, scale, multi-range meters. Then our next definition is a sensitivity. So sensitivity is the smallest change in the value of measured variable to which an instrument responds. What is sensitivity? It is the smallest change in the value of a measured variable to which the instrument responds. So as shown in our figure 1, there is on x-axis there is an input and on y-axis there is an output, and we can observe there is a sudden change in the measured variable to which an instrument responds. The small triangle shows the sudden change in a value of a measured variable. So the sensitivity also defined as the ratio of change in output signal to the change in a input signal. or we can simply call it as dy by dx or delta q0 upon delta qi. Delta q0 is the change in a output signal and delta qi is simply called it as change in a input signal, or dy is equal to change in output signal and dx is equal to change in input signal. So it is cleared. Then we can start our next topic. Now our next definition is a repeatability. So the repeatability and reproducibility are measures of a closeness with which an given input may be measured over again and again, but these two terms are not one and the same. There is a difference between repeatability and reproducibility. So repeatability is defined as the variation of a scale reading and it is in random nature. So let us study the definition of repeatability or characteristics repeatability. It is the closeness of an output reading when the same input is applied repeatedly over a short period of time with the same measurement conditions, same instrument and observer, same location and conditions and method of use maintained throughout. म्हणजे रिपीटेबिलिटीमध्ये आपण काय करतोय की एखादं इन्स्ट्रुमेंट आहे त्याला आपण काय करतोय एका शॉर्ट पिरियडसाठी आपण काय करतोय इनपुट रिपीटेडली देतोय. काय करतोय इनपुट रिपीटेडली देतोय, पण मेजरमेंटची कंडिशन पण सेम आहे, इन्स्ट्रुमेंट पण सेम आहे, ऑब्झर्वर पण सेम आहे, लोकेशन सेम आहे, कंडिशन सेम आहे आणि जे काही इन्स्ट्रुमेंट मेंटेन करण्याची जी कंडिशन आहे किंवा प्रोसिजर आहे तीसुद्धा सेम आहे. तर तेव्हा जी काही रीडिंग मिळते त्या रीडिंगला आपण काय म्हणतोय रिपीटेबिलिटी. म्हणजे तुम्ही काय करताय रिपीटेडली शॉर्ट पिरियड ऑफ टाईमला तुम्ही एखादं इनपुट देताय एकाच इन्स्ट्रुमेंटला, इन्स्ट्रुमेंट सेम आहे, रीडिंग घेणारा ऑब्झर्वर पण सेम आहे, मेथड ऑफ मेजरमेंट सेम आहे, नंतर कंडिशन सेम आहे, इन्स्ट्रुमेंट सेम आहे आणि मेथड ऑफ मेंटेनन्स इज ऑल्सो सेम. सो दिस डेफिनेशन और दिस कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स इज नोन ॲज रिपीटेबिलिटी. Then our next definition is reproducibility. So what is reproducibility? It is the closeness of output reading for a same input when there are changes in method of measurement, observer, location, condition of use and time of measurement. So in repeatability what we have do, we are given same input repeatedly over a short period of time with same measurement condition, same instrument, observer and same location and condition and method of maintenance. But in reproducibility what we have done, we are giving same input when there is a changes in method of measurement, observer, location, conditions of use and time of measurement. म्हणजे आपण रिप्रोड्युसिबिलिटीमध्ये काय करतोय, एखाद्या इन्स्ट्रुमेंटला आपण काय करतोय इनपुट देतोय, बट त्याची मेथड ऑफ मेजरमेंट कशी आहे वेगळी आहे, रीडिंग घेणारा वेगवेगळा असेल दरवेळी, नंतर लोकेशन वेगळं असेल, नंतर कंडिशन ऑफ यूज वेगळं आहे, नंतर टाईम ऑफ मेजरमेंट आपलं वेगवेगळं आहे. जसं पहिल्या वेळेस आपण ॲमीटर घेतलं करंट मेजरमेंटसाठी, त्याची मेथड ऑफ कंडिशन वेगळी असते, नंतर मेथड ऑफ मेजरमेंट वेगळी असते, त्याला ऑब्झर्वर वेगळा ठेवला, लोकेशन वेगळं ठेवलं आणि नेक्स्ट टाईम आपल्याला करंट मेजरमेंटसाठी आपण मल्टीमीटर यूज केला तर त्याची मेथड ऑफ मेजरमेंट वेगळी आहे, त्याचं लोकेशन वेगळं आहे, ऑब्झर्वर वेगळा असणार आहे. थर्ड टाईम आपण क्लॅम्प ऑन मीटर घेतलं तर त्याची मेथड ऑफ मेजरमेंट वेगळी आहे. जसं आलं लक्षात व्हॉट इज रिप्रोड्युसिबिलिटी. सो आवर नेक्स्ट डेफिनेशन इज स्केल अँड रेंज. सो व्हॉट इज स्केल अँड व्हॉट इज रेंज. And what is span? So scale range. Range is a high measurement possible. So the scale range is the difference between the largest and the smallest reading of an instrument. And the calibration is continuous over the whole range of an instrument. Generally, the range is specified by the maximum reading is noted as x max and the minimum reading is noted as x minimum. So the range is xm, means the maximum range or scale range of a meter. And what is span? The span is the difference between the maximum and minimum reading of measurement. So we can call it as span is equal to x max minus x min. So let us take an example. An ammeter is calibrated and it is rated for 0 to 10 ampere its range is 10 ampere and span is also 10 ampere. And our second example is the thermometer. It is calibrated to measure the temperature between 700 degrees Celsius to 1200 degrees Celsius. So its range is 1200 degrees Celsius and its span is 1200 minus 700. So it is 500 degrees Celsius. So it is cleared. Then our next characteristics is dead zone. So what is dead zone? The dead zone is the largest of measured variable for which the instrument does not respond. What is dead zone? The largest of measured variable for which the instrument does not respond. And the cause of dead zone is friction in a mechanical measurement system. To understand the dead zone concept, consider an ammeter of 0 to 50 ampere range, and now the current through the ammeter is increased from 0 to 1 ampere. And the pointer may not show deflection. And if the current is further increased to such a value that the pointer just deflects, we can say that the dead zone is crossed. As shown in our figure, there is a dead zone and the dead zone is get over the input. As the input is increases, then the output is also increases, and we can simply call it as the dead zone is crossed. And within the dead zone, the ammeter pointed does not deflect. So the dead zone is the largest change of an input value of a measured variable to which the instrument does not respond. And the dead zone is occurs because of friction and inertia. So our next characteristics is drift. So what is drift? The drift is defined as a slow change in the response of an instrument. If the instrument has drift, it means there is a loss of a repeatability. We can simply call it as it is an undesired gradual departure of an instrument output over a period of time that is unrelated to the changes in input or operating conditions or load. In simple language, the drift is defined as slow change in the response of a instrument. म्हणजे आपण इनपुट देतो एखाद्या इन्स्ट्रुमेंटला, पण आपल्याला आउटपुट मिळायला थोडासा वेळ लागतोय किंवा स्लो चेंज इन आउटपुट और रिस्पॉन्स. दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज ड्रिफ्ट. And the drift may occur or cause because of mechanical vibrations, temperature changes, wear and tear of machines. So the drift is classified into three categories: zero drift, zonal drift, and sensitivity drift or span drift. So first one is zero drift. If the whole of instrument calibration or characteristics gradually shifts one by same amount, it may be due to the presence set or slippage and can be corrected by shifting position of pointer. The zero drift is the entire instrument calibration shifts by some amount, and the shifting is known as zero drift. It happens due to the permanent set or slippage or deformation of instrument parts. The instrument response with zero drift is shown in a figure. The response is shifted by amount x from normal characteristics. For example, the control spring in an ammeter gets deformed, or aging effect in resistance thermometer. So our next characteristics is sensitivity drift or span drift, and it defined as if the entire instrument calibration shifts along upward scale as shown in a figure, then the drift is known as sensitivity drift or span drift. What it says, if the entire instrument calibration shifts along upward scale as shown in figure, then the drift is known as sensitivity drift or span drift. म्हणजे जेव्हा आपण एखाद्या इन्स्ट्रुमेंटचं कॅलिब्रेशन घेतो आहे आणि कॅलिब्रेशन घेताना रीडिंग मिळताना थोडीशी आपली जी काही स्केल आहे ती अपवर्ड स्केलला चालली जाते किंवा आपल्याला रीडिंग अपवर्ड स्केलला मिळते, त्याच ड्रिफ्टला आपण काय म्हणतो आहे, span drift or sensitivity drift. Then our third is zonal drift, and when the drift occurs only over a portion of span of an instrument, this drift is known as zonal drift, and these drifts occurs only a portion of a calibrated span of an instrument. So our next characteristics is linearity. So what is linearity, or what is an instrument is said to be linear? So an instrument is said to be linear if its output is linearly proportional to the input. Means when input is increases, our output is also increases, and it is in straight line or it is in linear shape. So it is called as linearity, or we can say that an instrument is to be linear. So the linearity is a measure of a maximum deviation of an actual response curve or calibration curve as shown in our figure. So the linearity can be made in terms of non-linearity. So the straight line shows the linearity and the curve shows, or actual calibration curve shows, the non-linearity. So what is non-linearity? It is the maximum deviation of our output reading marked with a cross form the straight line. So the straight line shows the linearity and the cross line or actual calibration shows the non-linearity. So if the calibration from 0 upward changes proportionally, if the input-output relationship is straight line passing through the origin, it is linearity, and non-linearity cause lot of problem during signal conditioning, even though it is more accurate in same cases. For example, linearity, LVDT and non-linearity is thermistor. तर आपण ज्या ज्या आता स्टॅटिक कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स बघितल्या त्या खूप जास्त इम्पॉर्टंट आहे, जसं काही ॲक्युरेसी, प्रेसिजन, रिप्रोड्युसिबिलिटी, रिपीटॅबिलिटी, सेन्सिटिव्हिटी, रिसोल्युशन, ड्रिफ्ट, लिनियरिटी. ड्रिफ्टचे परत 3 टाइप्स बघितले, झोनल ड्रिफ्ट, स्पॅन ड्रिफ्ट आणि झिरो ड्रिफ्ट. ते सुद्धा खूप जास्त इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. आता आपला नेक्स्ट टॉपिक आहे, अवर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज डायनॅमिक कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स. सो ॲज देअर आर लॉट ऑफ टाइप्स और लॉट ऑफ डेफिनेशन इन अ स्टॅटिक कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, but in dynamic characteristics there are only 4 characteristics. First one is speed of a response, then second one is measurement lag, third one is fidelity, and fourth one is dynamic error or measurement error. So let us start our first definition or first characteristics of a dynamic characteristics. This is speed of a response. So it is defined as the rapidity with which the measurement system responds to changes in the measurement quantity. So the speed of response means, let us take an example of an ammeter. If we have to measure current of an ammeter, and if we give input to the ammeter, we can get sudden reading of ammeter as 3 ampere or 3.5 ampere. So the speed of response is known as the rapidity with which the measurement system responds to the changes in measurement quantity. म्हणजे आता आपण इनपुट दिलं आहे आणि आपल्या इन्स्ट्रुमेंटने लगेच रिस्पॉन्ड केलं आहे फास्टली, तर त्याला आपण काय म्हणू शकतो? स्पीड ऑफ अ रिस्पॉन्स. देन अवर नेक्स्ट डेफिनेशन इज मेजरमेंट लॅग. सो व्हॉट इज लॅग? ॲज इट्स नेम शोज दॅट इट इज द डिले इन द रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ एन इन्स्ट्रुमेंट टू मेक चेंजेस इन द मेजर्ड क्वांटिटी. So we can say it refers to the retardation or delay in the process or response of a measurement system to changes in the measured quantity, and the lag is caused by the conditions such as capacitance, inertia or resistance. And the measuring lags are of 2 types, retardation type or time delay type. So the lag means the delay in the response of an instrument to make the changes in measured quantity. Then our third definition is fidelity. So what is fidelity? It is the degree with which the instrument indicates change in measured value without dynamic error. What is fidelity? It is the degree with which the instrument indicates change in the measured value without dynamic error. So the dynamic error is the difference between the true value of a quantity with time and the value indicated by instrument if no static error is assumed. What is dynamic error? It is the difference between the true value of a quantity with time and the value indicated by instrument, and if the static error is not assumed. So what is dynamic behavior of instrument, or what is dynamic error? If the input signal to the instrument is thus continuously changing with respect to the time, in such cases the dynamic behavior of instrument is of great importance, and the dynamic relation between the input signal and the instrument output is studied under the dynamic characteristics. So the dynamic response is the response of an instrument for time varying input signal is known as dynamic response. So in this way our topic of characteristics of an instrument is get covered, as there are two types, static characteristics and dynamic characteristics. Thank you for watching our video.